Good evening, guys. Dr. Mustafa Afzal, clinical microbiologist and infectious disease specialist from Care Hospitals. Uh, I would like to enumerate a few points regarding the post-COVID-19 infections we are coming across in the hospitals. As such, COVID-19 is a viral infection, as all of us know. But there are certain cases who are coming back to the hospital, or in some of the cases, COVID-19 acute infection, they are developing secondary bacterial infections. But to be honest, it is very difficult to differentiate clinically when we see the pneumonia and take a decision whether this pneumonia is due to bacteria or a virus. There are certain findings which we come across definitely, like increase in the WBC count and high fever, and all these things may uh, make us to think of more about the bacterial infections. Relatively, if you see in contrast to the viral infection, the total count WBC count will be low, leukopenia will be there. But these are all the points that very vaguely they can differentiate between the bacterial and viral pneumonias. My talk more is on the how to differentiate and how are you going to treat the super infections. Is these super infections in COVID-19 or secondary bacterial infections may cause antimicrobial resistance and further worsen the situation what we have faced in the past. We have come across some cases in our hospital where the COVID-19 patients have developed secondary bacterial infections, and we have come across Klebsiella pneumonias and Acinetobacter, and also we have come across the Pseudomonas. To whether this KPC or multi-drug resistant Pseudomonas is a secondary bacterial infection, that we have to see. And this patient requires definitely antibiotics, and most of them have been recovered. Few cases we could not able to survive them. We could not able to survive. Uh, Coming to the equipments related infections, yes, the COVID-19 there has been come across a wide gap in the clinical OPDs, where the patients stopped coming to the hospitals and they were using antibiotics left and right uh, without any prescriptions. So I would say that COVID-19 has a positive impact and a negative impact also. So first, if we talk about the positive impact, it has increased definitely the awareness about the infection prevention and control at the community level. Now many people are aware about the hand hygiene practices, hand wash, and also they are aware of about the cough etiquettes and to cover their mouth and while coughing. And many public they have the public awareness has come for the personal hygiene, which was lacking in the past, and also the waste segregation, which has again played a very important role. So these are the findings, like even the basic infection control practices. The public awareness have increased among after the COVID-19 pandemic. So I would say this is a positive impact of the COVID-19, like social distancing, hand wash, and avoiding unnecessary gatherings, and taking care of the person hygiene. These are all the positive impacts which we have come across after COVID-19. But there is bad news after that also, like there is a negative impact, due to COVID-19. And in this, there was seen that unnecessary use of antibiotics, especially macrolides, if you see, and beta-lactams, penicillin group, it is being used extensively by the patients. Uh, Most of them, like without any prescriptions from a qualified doctor, or some of them have written, even the qualified clinicians, and just to prevent prophylactically secondary bacterial infections. Though there is no clear-cut there is no clear-cut studies or evidences suggesting that this particular antibiotics may help in getting rid of COVID-19 infections. So, but it has been used rampantly in the recent past. Apart from that, if you can see, the negative impact is the extensive use of disinfectants at the community level. We have seen the people using hypochlorite, aldehyde-based preparations, and few homes they are using hydrogen peroxide and paracetic acid-based preparations, which may again give rise to selective pressure and the emergence of MDR resistance. Another issue is that there was been extensively use of alcohol hand rubs in the public, chlorhexidine and alcohol-based hand rubs. which again may alter the local flora of the hospital, sorry, for the hand, and may cause give way to the multi-resistant bugs. Apart from that, the negative impact, I would say, uh, apart from this, we have seen due to COVID-19, the public places, many people they have used mask, N95 mask in the community level. Unnecessary use of N95 mask has been seen extensively. These are all the negative impacts, I would say, due to COVID-19. Now, whether we need to develop an AMR now, antimicrobial resistance at a community level, I think yes, this is a very good opportunity for the government to develop a nodal centers and epidemiologic centers, and to contract with all this emergence of viral and re-emergence of viral infections. Previously, there was a fear with MTR pathogens related to bacteria, like KPCs and Cavapinimeus resistance bacteria. It is still there, but to add on to that, now we are also having viral infections, emerging and re-emerging viral infections, which could be a major threat. So I think this positive impact again we can take as an opportunity to improve and implement the infection prevention and control at the community level. And also we should be antibiotic awareness at the community level is very very important. Public should understand they should not use antibiotics unnecessary. And another good impact is that the public should understand the basics of infection prevention and control. I think if you do prevention properly, you will get protected from major illnesses and hospital admissions. So these are the things that I thought I will share with you. I request the government to come forward and start the antimicrobial stewardship programs at the community level, and establish the nodal centers at the state level and epidemiology centers, so that this also may help us in contracting if any, God forbid, if any bioterrorism happens in our country. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.